What if I told you the more you diet, the harder it becomes to lose weight? You drop a few pounds, you celebrate, you try to keep it off, but it creeps back. Because deep in your brain there is a system defending the weight, like a thermostat holding a set temperature. It is called the weight set point. And once that point is set, your body will fight to keep it there, even if it is hurting your health. But what if you could change that? In this series, I will show you how your brain sets your weight range and how to reprogram it to make weight loss easier and more sustainable. I am Dr. Qutayba Almerie, consultant weight loss surgeon. If you want science-based solution that works with your biology, subscribe so you don't miss what's next. What if I told you your body has a thermostat, not for heat, but for fat storage, and it fights to hold onto that fat. A setting deep inside your brain, quietly deciding how much weight the body wants to hold onto. It's controlled by the hypothalamus, your body's command center for hunger and metabolism. And when you lose weight, drop below what your body sees as safe, it fights back. You feel hungrier, less full, your metabolism slows down. Food is constantly on your mind even when you're trying your best. It's not sabotage, it's survival. Your body thinks you are in danger, so it launches a full rescue mission to bring the weight back. This isn't your body betraying you, it's protecting you the only way it knows how. It is biology doing exactly what it's built to do. This is why 95% of the diets fail on the long term. Not because people are giving up, but because their biology is fighting them back. In fact, most people already know what their weight set points are, because these are the frustrating weight ranges your body keeps trying to push you back into, no matter how hard you try to break free. But here is the big question. Why does your body defend that weight and not the weight that you want? To answer that, we will look at three main powerful forces that shape your weight set point: your genetics, the early life programming, and your dieting history and food choices. Because if you don't understand these, you will keep blaming yourself for something that was never your fault. And worse, you will stay stuck without even knowing why. Your body weight might have been set before you even took your first breath. Your appetite, your cravings, even how easily you gain or lose weight, all shaped by your genes. And that is why when someone says just eat less and move more, they are missing half the story. In his book Gene Eating, Professor Giles Yeo from Cambridge University reveals something striking. Genetics account for 50 to 70% of the variation we see in body weights amongst people and their predisposition to obesity. And we see this in the most fascinating studies in science, twin studies. In these studies, identical twins with the same DNA who were raised apart were observed. So they lived in different families, different countries, following different diets. And yet, when they were reunited, they often looked the same. Same height, same frame, and almost the same weight. This is not coincidence, that is biology in action. Because genes don't just shape what you like to eat. They shape how full you feel after meals, how strong your hunger is between meals, how efficiently your body burns energy or stores it as fat. So let's make this real and take an example. So two people go on the same holiday, they eat a bit more, they move a little bit less, and they relax. The first person gains about 4 pounds and loses it within 1 week after the holiday. The second person gains 10 pounds and their body holds onto that for months. Same lifestyle, same environment, but one key difference. It's biology between the two people. That is the power of genetics. So yes, weight loss is possible, but for some people, it's a bit harder and takes a little bit more effort. And here is the twist. Sometimes the same thing we do to fix weight makes the biology fights back. I'm talking here about crash diets, the juice cleanses, the detox, the 600 to 800 calorie, the rules, the guilt, the endless hunger. They don't just test your willpower, they are perceived by your body as famine. And when your body experiences famine, whether it is real famine or caused by a restrictive diet, it switches on survival mode, conserving energy, storing more fat. So that weight you lost on a crash diet might come back faster and harder, because now your body thinks famine is always around the corner. That diet might have backfired. It may have raised your set point as well, making future weight loss even more difficult for you. In the next section, I will show you how exactly that happens and what you can do to break the cycle. What if your struggle with weight started before you were even born? Before your first meal, before your first cry, even before your brain was fully formed? Your body might have already been told, hold on to fat, you are going to need it. This is not guesswork, it's science. Let me show you how the womb might have shaped your weight for life. If a mother is malnourished, stressed, or has gestational diabetes during her pregnancy, the baby gets a message. Food is scarce, store fat, prepare for survival. That's not theory, it is science. Take the Dutch hunger winter in 1944. The food supplies were cut off, so pregnant women survived on 800 calories a day. The finding of a very famous study of the babies who were born to women who were pregnant during that Dutch hunger winter was striking. It showed that the babies were very small when they were born, not surprised, but later on in adult life, they had much higher rates of obesity than their siblings who were born before or after the famine, because their biology was programmed in the womb to expect famine later on in life. This is called fetal programming, where the early signals shape your metabolism for life. And this doesn't stop here. Fast forward to adult life, to something many of us have done before, which is dieting. What do we do when we want to lose weight? Slash calories, skipping meals, try juice cleansing or crash diets. But here is the twist. Your body does not know it is a diet. For the body, it seems like you are in a famine. In his book, Why We Eat Too Much, Andrew Jenkinson, a leading bariatric surgeon, explains, every time you restrict your calories, your brain switches on the survival mode. It slows your burn rate, it stores more fat for the future. Each time you crash diet, your body learns, next time I will store more, I will lose less. That's why people say the first time I dieted, the weight dropped. Now it's not budging. That's not a lack of willpower, it's the adaptive biology. And here is the real kicker. Yo-yo dieting raises your set point over time. It is like stretching a rubber band. So once you pull it down with dieting, it snaps back, but it goes a little bit higher. That is the dieting trap. You're not weak, you're not lazy, you're stuck in a loop your biology believes is saving your life. In the next video, I will show you science-backed strategies to lower your set point by changing the signals your brain receives about your environment and shifting the hormones that control the hunger, the cravings, and the fat storage. Because when your brain feels safe and your biology starts working with you, that's when real lasting weight loss begins. I am Dr. Qutayba Almerie, and this is just the beginning. See you next.